How you frame the start of your videos, literally the first few seconds, can be the difference between something that dies on the Explore page and something that actually pulls in viewers, grows your reach, and eventually converts followers into customers. So today I want to walk you through optimizing one of the most underrated parts of your whole video workflow, the hook. I've been reworking course modules and content workflows for creators lately, and every time I come back to this topic, it's wild how much of a multiplier a well-designed hook is. First off, let's kill a common myth. A hook isn't just one single thing. People often think it's only the line you say in the first second, but hooks live in three places at once: what you say, the text on screen, and the visuals. All three can exist in a single clip, and when they're aligned, they're way more powerful than any one alone. What you say is obvious. It's the voice, whether it's you talking straight to camera or a voiceover. The two rules for verbal hooks are clarity and urgency. Say exactly why people should care in a way that makes them curious in the next 2 or 3 seconds. If you have a longer piece, you still need that punchy intro so people don't swipe. That intro then needs to be delivered on. If your hook promises a tip, a reveal, or a transformation, make sure you get to it early so retention climbs. The second type of hook is the text overlay. I treat captions and overlay text as part of the creative, not just accessibility. Closed captions? Always include them. Overlay text. Use it strategically to restate, layer, or even contradict what you're saying to create curiosity. For instance, you can say a quick line while the text overlay offers a tiny cliffhanger, like a big dollar amount, giving people a reason to stay. Text is also super useful for quote-style clips where the text is literally the whole point. Make sure it's readable fast, big, short, and scannable, and think in microphrases rather than full sentences. And the third, visual hooks. Movement, editing, and composition. This might be a quick jump cut, an unexpected B-roll shot, a slow zoom, or even changing your framing between shots. Visuals are what make a talking head interesting. If it's just you sitting in one static shot for 90 seconds, people will probably scroll. But if you add cutaways, show what you're talking about with on-screen examples, or change locations every few lines, you suddenly have something that feels cinematic and keeps eyes on the screen. Now that we've defined the three hook types, let's break down how they show up across the three main formats of original video content: talking videos, quote videos, and storytelling videos. Talking videos are the simplest to understand. You open with a tight verbal hook in the first 3 seconds. You must keep that initial verbal hook short and unmistakable. Then you should support that strong opening with overlay text and relevant visuals. If most of your content is you talking, layer in jump cuts, add a piece of B-roll for context, or film a couple of angles so you can switch things up in editing. And remember, being concise in the beginning doesn't mean you can't expand. Your longer parts just need to fulfill the promise you made in that initial hook. Next up, quote videos represent a completely different content animal. Essentially, these videos consist of compelling text displayed over background footage. The quote itself is the hook, so your job is to make the text feel compelling in the first beat. That means strong copy, bold typography, and B-roll that moves enough to hold attention without distracting from the words. You can use stock clips or short original footage. The important part is contrast and rhythm. Cut the B-roll in ways that emphasize the punch of the line, and if you have audio, sync the cuts to it. Also, be ruthless about editing the quote down to its core message. If you can say the same thing in fewer words, do it. Feed it to your viewer in the time they actually give you. Storytelling videos then sit right in the middle of these two approaches. These are either a short doc-style sequence, a process demo, or a personal story. You'll combine voiceover or on-camera hook, overlay for context, and lots of visual variety. Multiple clips, different angles, behind-the-scenes moments. The visual variety itself becomes a hook. People keep watching because the scene keeps changing. And one of the strongest visual hooks is human presence. Viewers are wired to connect with other people, so showing your face, even briefly, tends to outperform static objects or scenery. Here's a quick, practical bonus tip. Always start your process with a clear outline. When you take 5 minutes to map out the hook, the supporting beats, and the visuals you want, the whole shoot and edit process gets faster. Use that outline to generate overlay text, cover titles, and your captions first line. Treat the outline like a blueprint. It keeps your hook intentional and prevents you from rambling. Okay, now we need to discuss where specialized tools actually start to matter in this workflow. If you're batching long-form content and need consistent short clips that respect these hook principles, you can do it manually or you can use something smarter. There are lots of tools out there. Some are full editing suites that demand a learning curve and a subscription. Others are simple schedulers that only do one thing well. The problem with many of them is they force you to either spend hours trimming and hunting for moments, or pay steep monthly fees for features you'll never use. That's why I've been recommending a solution to creators who want that perfect middle ground. Powerful functionality that is also fast to use. A smart AI digs through long videos and auto-identifies the moments most likely to perform, like hook points and strong sound bites, giving you ready-to-post short clips. This process isn't just trimming. It selects moments matching your hook types and packages them with captions and suggested text, saving you from being both editor and copywriter at once. The time-saving benefits definitely do not stop with clip creation. The auto-schedule feature lets you set how often you want to publish, and then it queues those clips to go out across your socials. If you've ever spent a content day editing and then manually uploading 20 clips over a month, you know how tedious that is. Auto-schedule means you can focus on ideas and messaging, and let the tool handle the routine posting. Finally, the centralized content calendar ties the whole system together. You can see your upcoming clips, reorder them, edit captions, swap cover frames, and publish directly from one place. That single pane of glass approach beats juggling separate editing apps, spreadsheets, and scheduling tools. It's the difference between a chaotic content day and a predictable, repeatable system. Contrast that with other options. Heavy editing suites will give you control but not speed. Single feature schedulers will post for you but won't help you find the viral moment. And some AI clip tools just chop videos by length rather than by hook quality. This powerful solution lands in a sweet spot, surfacing clips with storytelling momentum, formatting them for social attention, and helping you manage them without needing extra applications. For creators who want to scale without sacrificing creativity, that's huge. One real-world workflow I love. Film a long conversation or a 20-minute teaching session. Drop the file into the system, let the AI suggest 6 to 8 clips. Pick the ones that best match your goals. A quick how-to tip, a provocative line for a quote video, a short narrative clip. Tweak the overlay text if you want, and drop them into the calendar. Add captions if needed, set the cadence, and you're done. That's 3 or 4 days of content from one session, and you didn't have to agonize over every edit. Here are a few final production tips that genuinely change outcomes when applied. Always optimize the first 3 seconds for clarity and curiosity. You must lead with a clear promise or an intriguing question right away. Make the viewer feel like they'll lose out if they don't watch. Whenever you can, layer those hooks together by saying it, showing it, and typing it out. That visual and verbal redundancy significantly increases audience grip. For videos featuring a speaker, always prioritize visual movement and switching between multiple angles. Even small changes, a slide right, a quick close-up, keep attention. For quote clips, simplify the copy and pick B-roll that complements it rather than fighting it. For storytelling, prioritize a variety of shots over polish. Real, imperfect clips feel more authentic. If you want to actually put this into practice and stop wasting recording days on content that never gets seen, try building an outline first, then use a tool that helps you extract the best moments automatically. You'll spend less time editing and more time creating ideas. A system offering balance of speed, smart selection, and scheduling is a major asset for creators aiming for consistent posting without burnout. Alright, that's the deep dive into hooks and how to structure video for reach and retention. If you want a short playlist on different hook styles, talking, quote, and story, try out a few clips with the same long video. Make one talking highlight, one quote clip with bold overlay, one quick story sequence. You'll see which format your audience prefers and how different hooks perform. And if you want a faster way to get those clips without grinding through edits, tools that auto-detect viral moments and manage the calendar are worth testing. They'll let you focus on the thing that matters most. Great ideas. Go make something that hooks people in the first 3 seconds. Next, remix that engaging content into at least 10 separate pieces. Then schedule all of those new variations for consistent release. Finally, repeat that entire system to ensure continuous growth. That's how growth looks when you have a system, not just hustle.